Hello and welcome all you football fans for another installment of High School Football on your sports network, ysnlive.com. We are live here from the friendly confines of Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium in beautiful Austintown, Ohio, home of the Austintown Fitch Falcons, where the 2-1 Falcons are set to host in the 3-0 Paynesville Riverside Beavers. Falcons to receive the first half kickoff here, and that's a little half-hearted kick attempt to the 25-yard line. Taking it in, bobbing and weaving some bodies there was Junie Higgs, and he'll get out of bounds out near the 40-yard line. So solid field position to start for the Falcons here. "41-yard line here for Austintown Fitch, led by quarterback Colin Kaleher. Back out there after missing last week, DeAndre Richard posted 221 yards of rushing and 199 in weeks 1 and 2, respectively. He's on the right hip of Kaleher, standing shotgun. Two receivers right, one to the left, send one into motion. It's Reed going right to left. Snap out of the shotgun, handoff goes to Richard. He tries to slip through some tacklers, finds a hole initially, gains about 3 on the carry. It's 2nd and 7. Second down, 7 here for Austintown Fitch. Similar looking set, except running tailback here is Richard. Set up behind Kaleher. Handoff goes his way again. Richard waits for the hole to develop, finds it, and finds a first down and a lot more. He's down the far sideline and pushed out of bounds after crossing the 35. And let's see where they place him. It looks like near the 30-yard line of the Beavers. Big first down gain by the Falcons and Richard. From the 44 to the opposite 30. Call that a 26-yard gain. First and 10 Falcons. Go 4 wide this set. 3 to the left for Kaleher. Off his hip is Higgs, that way. They'll go a little screen pass to Ilano as Altahir Ilano. Oh, the little slip. He got past the defender, and he'll go all the way to the house for 6. Altahir Ilano made that little screen pass, made that little screen catch, I should say, and did the rest of the work with the legs. Bobbing and weaving his way through Beaver tacklers all the way to the end zone. And now an extra point pending here for the Falcons. Jackson Faulkner, the senior, trying to line up this extra point try. When snapped down, it's up, it is good. Faulkner splits the uprights, and it's 7-0 Falcons to start here with 10:58 to go in the first quarter. As Austintown Fitch, first touchdown pass of the game for Colin Kaleher. He had one of his more complete games last week out in PA, threw 3 touchdowns, did not have an interception thrown. All in all, he was 13 for 16, 218 yards, balled out by all senses of the word, as first pass he makes goes for 6 here tonight, as Ilano helped him out. Jackson Moore and Kendall McCaleb are your returners for Riverside. Jackson Faulkner will set up for the kick. Kendall McCaleb, a name you're going to have to watch out for in today's contest. We'll get little profile on him here in just a moment. But we have a kickoff coming up. Riverside's first opportunity to get the ball. Only a minute and 2 seconds expired here in the first quarter. Falcons have themselves a 7-0 lead. And that ball going to be taken in just inside the 30. Call it about the 29-yard line. And that's where the Beavers are going to set up. As for Painesville Riverside, they're going to be let out onto the field by Bo Bradenhoff, their quarterback, junior quarterback for the Riverside Beavers. He played for his freshman season a couple years ago, missed sophomore year with injury, but he's back out here for his senior campaign. Beavers going to start with 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Standing shotgun here, Bradenhoff. He'll take the snap, standing in the pocket, looking to fire, and he'll go towards the first down marker and find Charlie Napelka. As Napelka, the senior receiver, hauls it in for a first down grab. From the 29 to up past the 40. Call it all in all a gain of 14, it looks like there. Off the first down pass, Bradenhoff put one into motion, shifting left to right. Snap, and the handoff goes towards the left side. Tackled, but not after a gain of about 5 there. As McCaleb got the carry there. McCaleb, their lead running back, 63 carries, 428 yards on the season. Averages 6.8 yards per carry and over 140 per game. 142.7 to be exact. Set up here, second down and 5. Beavers put one into motion. That's Diffenbacher. A fake on the pass. It was a draw play. Keeper on it, and Bradenhoff will get up past the 50. He's near the first down markers, but he's going to be a little bit short. Call it third down and about a full 1 yard needed for the first. Beavers technically on the right side of the 50. As long as you don't go backwards here, this might be a 2-for-1 play opportunity to try to get that first down here. Trips to the right, sending one into motion, that's McCaleb. Sending another into motion, that's Baker. As the keeper tries to get it up and doesn't have much running room. And in fact, a loss of a couple as the trickery doesn't work for the Beavers. And instead, it's going to bring up fourth down, send them backwards a couple yards, and now the punt unit on to kick it away. That was one of the, you feel like, reasons why you did. If you were to go backwards, you knew you were going to probably kick this thing away too. It was one of those cases where if you were going forward, you go for it probably on fourth. If you get about half that yardage, you do anything but go backwards. Junie Higgs will take it in. Junie Higgs slips the first would-be tackler, takes some extra yards, and takes it out near the 35-yard line on that return. So solid field position to start for the Falcons in their second offensive drive of the evening. First one, 3 plays, ended up in the end zone as Richard for a couple carries, then the screen pass from Kaler to Ilano. Is out to here, Ilano already with a touchdown grab today, the junior. Look for him to be active in today's contest in the receiving corps for Austintown Fitch. And I believe a penalty was addressed to the Falcons, and that was on the return. So actually, they're going to back the Falcons up behind the 25-yard line, now to the 24. So field position puts them back 15. Had to have been a personal foul or unnecessary roughness call, something. Face mask, maybe. 3 receivers set up here. Richard, the running back. 1 put into motion, that's Reed. Fake the handoff to Richard, roll right, Kaler will find Reed. Reed gets wrapped up on his legs and tackled for a loss back towards the 20. Reed was out towards the flat, and almost instantaneously as he made the grab, he got tackled. And for the Beavers, a big play to send the Falcons back a few yards and set up second and long here for Austintown Fitch. And they're going to address the personal foul as well on the Falcons to follow, so that'll be extra yardage tacked onto it to follow. So call this thing second and a country mile. Falcons need to get up towards the 35-yard line, their own. But now they're sitting all the way back. Looks like on their 10 here. So a second down and about 23-24 needed. They'll go to Richard. Richard will slip the first wave of tacklers. 5 Beavers trying to pull him down, and they finally do at the 30. Put the whole team of Riverside on his back. Richard looks like he was ready to carry them all. What a strong run by DeAndre Richard. Falcons trips out to the right. They'll go screen pass out that way. Riverside not going to get burnt on it again. Great open field tackle there. Falcons do gain a yard on the play. And whistle's going to be blown. I think there was confusion on which down it was, third or fourth. All signs are reading fourth. The markers on the field are reading fourth. The scoreboard signs were reading third. But it is the case that it is fourth down here, and the Falcons are now bringing out the punt unit. Jackson Faulkner going to punt it away. He'll be taking it in around the Falcon 15. Snap coming from the 30. Fitch going to try to pin the field position back. Kick crosses the 50. Fair caught near the 30. So a decent punt. We'll flip the field position. And Riverside's second offensive drive will start at their own 30-yard line. Beavers able to get a first down, work it to midfield before their first drive stalled out. Only down by a touchdown here. Yeah, certainly Riverside with 6:57 to go in this first quarter. Going to try to punch back here, down by the tutty. 3 receivers set up here, staying in shotgun. McCaleb on that left hip. Bradenhoff takes the snap, hands off to McCaleb. McCaleb tries to go through the teeth of the Falcon defense, and he'll pick up about 2 on the carry. Second down and 8. As Austintown Fitch trying to protect their 7-point edge here. Bradenhoff will take the snap. Goes back to McCaleb. Oh, what a tackle. Getting back and blowing it all up. That was number 0, Devanzo Tate the third, as the senior jumped the rush, made the tackle, backed him up another yard. It's 3rd and long for Riverside. Third down, 12 to go. First down at the Riverside 40. 1 tight end, 3 receivers. Running back on the right hip, and McCaleb send him into motion. Snap, look McCaleb's way to the left now, dump off to the right, missed the first tackle, able to speed burst his way past the first down marker, and much more. Spencer Short with a long gain all the way into Falcon territory, and it stopped down at the Fitch 25. As Spencer Short got loose on the near sideline, and speed bursts his way, cut it back to the middle, and just on the edge of the Austintown red zone, they actually officially ruled it down, it looks like at the 27-yard line. Nonetheless, a field flipping play and Riverside in business. They put one into motion. Take the snap, handoff, goes up the gut. McCaleb slips through the tacklers, gets inside the 20, inside the Falcon red zone as it's second and short. Kendall McCaleb, the senior running back. Sitting left hip of Bradenhoff. He'll draw and try to take it up the middle, but there on the tackle that time was DeMar Rogers, the senior defensive lineman. Rogers wrapped him up and said, "You ain't going nowhere." Another third down. Last one was a 3rd and 12 that the Riverside Beavers were able to convert in a field flipping type play. This one much shorter and manageable at 3rd and 2. 4:04 and moving here in the first quarter of a 7-0 Falcon lead. Week 4 of the Ohio high school football season. Falcons trying to look for win number 3. It was a Wildcat formation. Direct snap to McCaleb. And he'll take it, looks like past the markers. If not, he's really close, but I think they're saying move the chains, and they are. First down, Beavers. Another 3rd down converted for Riverside on this drive. 2nd one. Fresh set of downs inside the red zone. Looking to knot this thing up. Now on the Falcons 17. 3 receivers here. Put one into motion. Looking to pass. Braden off as it's batted out of bounds that time on the bat down. Wayne Holloway there to get his hands on it. We got Austin 3:16 left in the first quarter of play. 2nd down and 10. For the Riverside Beavers. In striking distance, though. Standing on the Falcons 17-yard line. Two left, one right. 3 receivers set, 1 tight end. Running back McCaleb. Handoff goes to him. Gets past the first tackler and speed bursts his way into the end zone for a touchdown. First of the day for the Beavers. First of the day for McCaleb. And that one strike comes from 17 yards out. Beavers an extra point away from tying it up. 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. DeStalfo's kick. It is up. It is good. Leo DeStalfo puts it through the uprights to tie us up at 7 apiece. 3:08 to go in this first quarter. We got a bout here between 2 heavyweights, both exchanging blows. We're back with the kickoff after this. Back here from Austintown Fitch High School's Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium, tied at 7 apiece here in the first quarter. Falcons taking in the kickoff. Able to slip past the 35, shy of the 40, but another solid field position to start for Austintown Fitch. First down, 10 to go here for the Falcons as they'll start this next drive at the 39-yard line, their own. 3 receivers here for Kelleher. Richard will take the delayed handoff as he'll work it up towards the right side of that Falcon line. Gain about 4 to 5 on the first down run. But up and hobbling, though, is Richard. Slow to get up as the injury for the Falcon lead running back has us taking another timeout here on your sports network. Well, thankfully, DeAndre Richard gingerly walking off the field under his own power, and that's obviously a great sight to see. I don't want anything serious to happen to him, though. Take a look at him, too, and hopefully everything's all right for him. He missed last week. Some injury concerns. Junie Higgs, very serviceable running back, too. It's kind of a 1-2 punch here with Austintown Fitch. Higgs a little bit more versatile, though, in what he can do. He can go out and catch a pass, too. He could chuck it as well, too. He offers options, but that's a nice little find and another slip. And finally tackled out of bounds near the 30. What a gain that time by Isaiah Porch, the junior, on another catch and run screen type play. Big gainer for Austintown Fitch to the Riverside 32. First and 10 Falcons. Put one into motion. Hand off to Higgs. Higgs stays on his feet, keeps fighting forward. He'll get a gain of about 3, it looks like. A tough 3 yards about for Junie Higgs. Stop just shy of that 30. And a flag gonna come in. And encroachment. Offsides on the defense as Riverside. Gonna give a free 5 to the Falcons. Bump them up to the 25-yard line now. It'll stay second down, but now second down and 3 here for Austintown Fitch as the Falcons needing the Riverside 22. Put one into motion in Evans. Snap taken. Fire as caught on the ground, and it's hauled in off of his back. Are you kidding me? What concentration. As I believe that was Junie Higgs. It was. Higgs looked like he slipped. It was a miscommunication. Throw was a little short. Higgs fell to the ground but kept his eyes focused on it. It bounced up into the air, and he still secured the catch. Not ruled down until he is touched. Defender was in the area, but still allowed for Higgs to make the catch on the ground. It'll move the Falcons forward for the first. Handoff goes Higgs' ways, tries the stiff arm, and finally tackled. Actually, excuse me, that was number 4 for the Falcons, Wayne Holloway, getting the carry. Holloway will get spot carries as well, you would figure, now with the injury to DeAndre Richard. We don't know the status on him. Higgs out there. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 3 receivers set here. Stand shotgun, Kelleher. Extra blockers up front. Send Evans into motion. And flags come flying in. And a false start going to be called on Austintown Fitch. So back them up 5 now. Make it second down and even longer. Vanzo Tate the third. Going to come in here. Kelleher with Higgs on his right hip. Trips to the right. One receiver to the left in Ilono. as Altair Ilono already has a touchdown on the day. But time will expire prior to the Falcons taking a snap here in the first quarter, as we are all tied 7 apiece heading to the second. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter after this on your Sports Network. It was the end of the first quarter. We were tied at 7 apiece as we welcome you back here for the start of the second quarter, with everything knotted up between the 2-1 Falcons and the 3-0 Riverside Beavers out of Paynesville, Ohio. It is week number 4 in the Ohio high school football season. Ty Bartell alongside YSNLive.com. We are so thankful and grateful for you tuning in and joining us for this Friday evening of football here in Northeast Ohio. Another edition of Friday Night Lights on YSNLive.com. Austintown Fitch in the midst of a drive. They are in Riverside territory, set up with a 2nd down and long, 2nd and 14 situation. Game that is tied up at 7. Falcons trying to break that tie right here. Injury concern with their lead running back, DeAndre Richard, was taken out of the game earlier with injury concern. We don't know the status on him if he is going to return to the game. Falcons have Junie Higgs in as the lead running back now. 4 receivers set with Higgs on the right hip of Kalaher. Standing shotgun as the pass offline, off target, and the misfire will bring up 3rd and long. Falcons trying to find it with the ball in the air on 2nd. And now decision time here on 3rd. Also comes down to how far you want to push the limits of Faulkner too in your kicker to try to at least ensure you walk out of here with the lead on this drive, considering you pushed it this far into Riverside territory. Beavers would love to push the Falcons back here. Able to get Higgs into motion, and Junie Higgs in the open field, cutting towards the near sideline. He'll cut it up past the 15, and that's how you want to play someone like Junie Higgs, the senior running back, a 5'9", 170-pound frame. Like a little Iron Man. He's a bulldog out there, too. Don't let that short frame fool you. He'll truck you. He'll put you on the ground as well, and he's one of those kids that he runs really hard, too, every time he gets the ball. And on top of that, he runs really sharp routes. Like I said, when he comes in, he might not give you the same burst and the same type of strength as a DeAndre Richard might, but he gives you versatility, and he gives you a little bit more options in what he's able to do in going out for a pass or make a pass himself. Jackson Faulkner now trying to break this tie. Field goal coming from 27 as it is up. It is through, field goal true, and the Falcons have a 10-7 lead. So Fitch at least walks out of that drive with an advantage on the scoreboard. But with 10:56 left, the Beavers will get it back as they will look for their first lead of the night when we get back here on your Sports Network. We're back here from Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium here at Austintown, Ohio. Falcons up 10-7, looking to kick it away to the Riverside Beavers. And it's a squib kick, takes a big bounce, hauled in inside the 20. Looking for a hole, finding one, big burst of speed past the 50. What a return. And that was Jackson Moore, the sophomore, with a sensational burst of speed right up the gut of the middle of the field, and he'll put the Beavers in Falcon territory to start this next drive at the Fitch 48. Important to note, too, as 10:49 remains in this first half, that the Beavers will have the second half kickoff, too, as that will, I'm sure, play a factor as this game continues to move along. Beavers, touchdown by Kendall McCaleb last time. He stands on the right hip. They'll put him How does a blocker give some room that time for Badenhoff to be rushed out of bounds, but not before gaining a couple on the keeper, as Bo Badenhoff, the junior, is first time we've seen Badenhoff kind of take off and utilize his legs. Very capable with the arm, 23 for 38. He was coming into tonight, 60% percentage through the air. He also 3 touchdowns through the air to 1 interception previous to tonight. Putting one into motion, and Diffenbacher, their tight end. They'll go a handoff there as McCaleb's second effort will gain about 3. Third down and about 5 to go. Converting a couple third downs their last drive, including a 3rd and 12 were the Beavers before they eventually hit pay dirt. Third down situation here. Diffenbacher put into motion, now as a receiver on the left. 3 left, 1 right, 4 set. Here's shotgun, standing is Badenhoff. Changing the call, altering it to the line. Takes the snap, stands in the pocket, looking to pass over the middle of the field, and saw the tacklers incoming, felt the footsteps as Charlie Nalpka had it in his hands until he didn't, as closing in quickly was Marky Fitzgerald looking to make the tackle, and it'll bring up 4th down. You are in Falcons territory, but it's not a manageable enough 4th down. And you don't want to roll the dice giving the Falcons solid field position, so they're going to try to punt this, pin them back, and rely on the defense here. Unless the trick play is up the sleeve. And in that case, Coach T.J. Parker going to make sure his Falcons are ready for anything. At 9:50, Falcons utilizing a timeout. We'll take one with them as it's Fitch's first of the half. 4th down here as looking to punt it away and almost in on the block, and actually did get a piece of it. Able to get ball first, it looked like. No flags on it. I know some might be wanting a roughing the kicker penalty there, but if the defender touches ball first, you are allowed to make contact with the kicker. So as long as there was contact with the ball and to the officials, there had to be, none of them pulled the flag. There is going to be a discussion here between a couple of them. But as it stands right now, Fitch will have the ball at the 25-yard line of Riverside. Set up on the Falcon 25-yard line. Fitch trying to take it 75 yards down the field. Leading 10-7, trying to pad their lead here. They're going to bunch it up with a couple receivers, twins to the right. Send Brady Evans into motion. Little toss to Higgs, nothing to his left, and in fact tackled for a big loss of about 5, maybe even 6 on the play that got blown up. That'll be 2nd and 16 called here. First down marker up at the Falcon 35. Evans along with out to here, Milano. Out to the right for Kaleher. Higgs stays on his right hip. Lone receiver to the left. Kaleher fakes, rolls to the right, finds Evans on the pass catch, but for a minimal gain of about 2 or 3 yards on the reception. So 3rd and long and a chance to go 3 and out here as the Riverside defense trying to quickly get that ball back. Falcons break the huddle. They're going to spread things out wide here. 4 wide. Tailback is it Holloway, Wayne Holloway. Now, shift to the left hip for Kaylaher. Staying shotgun still. Out of the pocket, over the top, and it's dropped. Big missed opportunity there as Devanzo Tate had it in his hands, and had he secured it, looked like he had a lot of green field out in front of him. But now it'll be 4th and long, and the Falcons will have to punt. Punter Jackson Faulkner out. He's going to be punting this one from inside the 10. Back at his own 5. Out at the Riverside 45. Actually, they're going to shift him back a little bit as Ethan Baker to return it. Faulkner takes the high snap and can't get rid of it. It's blocked. Falcons able to pick it up and just carry it towards the other side as out at the 25. That's about all they could do with it. Marky Fitzgerald scooped it up and just tried to get it as far down the field as he could. But for Riverside, a golden opportunity as Faulkner had that punt blocked, and the high snap was all it took that time and gave the Beavers enough time to get back on that and make the punt block. But now for the Falcons, they're going to have to hope the defense comes up big for them. Sudden change offense here. Beavers on the Falcon 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Trips right. McCaleb on the right hip of Bradenhoff. They'll go screen pass out into the open flat. Getting past the original line of scrimmage out inside the 25 to about the 24. Jackson Moore couldn't get much yardage on it. 2nd and 8. 7 minutes, 20 seconds and ticking. First half of play here from Austintown Fitch's Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium. The snap, handoff to McCaleb, and the Falcons all over him on 2nd down. Bring up 3rd and long on that loss of about 2. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It's about 3rd and 10, maybe even 3rd and 11 here. So the Falcon defense comes in with a short gain and then a loss of yardage on the 2nd down play. Now 3rd and long, Beavers trying to have something to show for that blocked punt. 6.5 minutes and moving. Bradenhoff checks off with McCaleb, who's his tailback. Rolling to the right, pitch it out towards McCaleb behind him. He'll gain about 5 to 6, it looks like, depending on where they spot it. Might even give him an extra yardage on that, but nonetheless, it will be about 4th down, and it looks like about 7 to go. It's all about where he went out of bounds at and where they officially marked him. So he got 4 on the play. Offense staying out there currently for the Beavers. They look like they're going to try to go for it. Don't want to roll their dice on the field goal from right here to try to tie it. Send Diffenbacher into motion. Take the snap. Roll right. Oh, he handed it off. What a handoff to McCaleb. Fooled everybody. And McCaleb hits pay dirt for his 2nd time tonight. What a unique play by the Riverside offense as rolling right looked like a QB keeper, but it was just a delayed handoff to McCaleb. And by the time the pigskin touched his hands, none of the Falcons were ready, were able to react to it, and it was open field ahead. Extra point try, it is up, it is good, and it's a 4-point Riverside lead. 14-10. The Beavers on top with 6:08 left to go in the first half. Ty Bartel, your sports network. We return after this. Second quarter, 6:08 left to go here in the first half. Falcons find themselves trailing for the first time tonight, 14-10 to the undefeated Riverside Beavers. Beavers with Kendall McCaleb having 2 touchdowns, both on the ground today, leading the way on that Riverside offense. Tumbling with the ball initially, Tate keeps fighting forward with it. He'll get past the 35 before eventually being tackled down, as the Falcons will take over on their own 35, maybe 36 there. But the Falcons offense, last drive stalled out rather quickly. They're going to try to find some rhythm this time around. As on their own 35, they'll start. Plenty of time here in the second quarter, first half to drive down the field. Beavers will get the ball to start the second half. Handoff goes to Higgs. Flag comes in. Higgs kept searching for the hole. He finally found one, but it closed up quickly. Got about 2 on the carry, but a flag does come in. And it looks like it's going against Austintown Fitch, and it's for holding. So the holding penalty will back him up 10 from the spot. And I think it was called before Higgs broke the line of scrimmage. So this should be about second down and I would think 20 or more. But it will be exactly 20, so the Falcons back at the 25. Happened at the line of scrimmage. Two receivers right, one to the left for Kaler. Put Reed into motion. The pass goes into the screen. Oh, look at that speed burst. Able to get extra yards, Isaiah Porch. More than half the yardage needed on the first down grab. Second down and about 6 to go here. Falcons quickly rush back. Empty backfield here with Kaler shotgun. He'll keep it himself. Bump into the center, roll to the left, nothing doing, loss of a yard. Falcons go backwards on second down, now 3rd and 7. .445 here in the first half. Falcons 4 receivers set here, searching for a first down, needing their own 45. Looking to pass, Kaler dodges out of the pocket, looking to get the right side, slips the first tackler, stays on his feet, extends past the 45, he's got the first. What an effort there by Colin Kaler. Just kept trucking forward, and it was a battle of wills, and just enough for the first. Fresh set of downs, now up to their own 45. First down marker in Beavers territory. Clock stopped at 4:24. We'll resume on the snap. Trips to the left. Staying shotgun, Kaler with Higgs on his right hip. Snap. Pass out towards the left in a screen, as again letting the receivers do the extra work as Evans up past the 50 into Beaver territory. Give him extra yardage on the continuation to the Beaver 49. Second down and 4. Twin receivers to the left. They'll hand off to Higgs this time. He'll go into the pile. Get about half the yardage needed on the 3rd and 4. On the 2nd and 4, excuse me. Call it 3rd and 2 here. Three and a half minutes left in this first half. Falcons needing 2 for the first down. Sitting at the Beavers 45. Quick handoff to Higgs. Higgs keeps on churning those legs, and he'll get well past the first down, plus a few yards on the 5-yard carry for the first down. 3 minutes, 18 seconds, move the chains. Clock resumes action. Falcons don't want to let the Beavers get the ball back before the end of this first half. They either want the score staying the same or them getting points before the end of this quarter, with the Beavers getting the ball to start the second half. Looking to pass and tried the one-handed take-in, defense all over him. As Luna was the intended target. Good defense, though, by the Riverside unit. I want to say that was Ethan Baker that was there on the play. Clock stops on the incompletion. Second down and 10. 2:53 to go in the first half. 14-10 Riverside on top of the Falcons here in week 4 of Ohio High School football. Pocket pass, go to the 40, quick turn, and moving upfield up to the 45 near it. As Holloway gets the catch and some rack yards. Another 3rd and 2 situation for the Falcons. Trying to convert, 3 receivers set up here. Higgs on the caboose of Kayla riding shotgun. Quick change of play, it looks like, as Reed shifts their tight end from right side of the line to the left. Take the snap, hand it off. Higgs, right side of the line, stays on his feet. He's so tough to bring down. Higgs up past the 30. Fresh set of downs for Fitch. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Falcons keep moving the chains. Inside the 30 now. Another 3rd down conversion this drive for the Falcons. 4 receivers here, 3 of them to the left. Short side of the field, it looks like. For Kaler, he'll go to the long side, right side of the field, and he'll find his target in Evans. Or no, excuse me, a number 10 right there in Isaiah Porch. Another reception by Isaiah Porch. They've gotten him active here in the first half. 68 seconds and moving here in the first half of play. Falcons inside the Beaver 30. On the 2nd and 8, taking the snap, searching for the pass. Oh, open downfield, but broken up. What a defensive play. And I want to say that was number 16, Colin Boris. He's the one you got to watch, the senior defensive back and receiver. 5'9", 165 pounds, but he's got some ups as he had to rise high to knock that one down. 52 ticks remain in this first half. It's a 3rd down and 8 for Austintown Fitch. Falcons trying to convert another 3rd down on this drive. It would be the 4th 3rd down they've converted this drive alone. Kayla has converted 1, Higgs has converted 2. The snap, looking to pass down the near sideline, open look, and unable to haul it in, but the flags come flying. And this might be pass interference. They were looking Isaiah Porch's way. Looked like Porch was able to get a hand on it for a second, wasn't able to haul it in. Pass interference is what's being signaled, and it does look like they're going to go against the Beavers here. So this will be a first and push them forward 15. So for the Falcons, a penalty that they're going to hope will help pay off on the scoreboard. They have 45 seconds left to go. Game clock here in the first half. Falcons do have 2 timeouts left in their back pocket. Fitch trying to work quick, but they're going to adjust the down. Still reading 4th down on the field. It'll be 1st down and 10. Ball's going to be at the Riverside 17. Falcons in the red zone. They could pick up one more 1st down here. And as I've mentioned, they could stop the clock twice. 2 timeouts left here in the first half. 45 seconds remaining. Still plenty of time for the Falcons. 17 yards out to try to drop quite a few plays to hit pay dirt. Kaler looks slant over the middle. It's miscommunicated and intercepted by the Beavers. Golden opportunity goes away, and it looks like a face mask penalty following the tackle. That'll add a free 15 on top of it. That was Baker, I believe, that came up with the INT. Jumping that slant route, and honestly, it was a case where there was just miscommunication. Something didn't even look back for the reception. Baker jumped all over it, and the Falcons turned away deep in Beaver territory. And then, as I mentioned, the face mask to follow bumps them up 15 more from wherever they originally spotted them. So now if you're Riverside, you got 36 seconds. You got 3 timeouts left. 4-point lead. We'll see how head coach Ishmael wants to play this. If Jeremy Ishmael wants to take a 2-possession lead into the halftime locker room, if he's going to play this kind of conservative and be happy with the 4-point advantage on the road. No reason not to be aggressive, though. Drives have worked out in recent here for the Beavers. Put one into motion. Roll out to the left. Looking to pass. Put it in the air. It's up, and it's incomplete. Holloway was the closest in the area for the Falcons. 2 receivers, though, for the Beavers, and Charlie Nelpka and Jackson Moore were also within the area. 6 seconds shaved off the clock on that play. 2nd down and 10. Bo Bradenhoff. 3 receivers to his left. Stays shotgun, goes screen pass. It's tipped. Oh, almost came in and stole it right out of his hands. Isaiah Porch all over the place on the field tonight. That one went to Reese Sass, and Sass was bobbling it, and in the act of bobbling it, he almost gave it away to Porch, who came flying in there looking like he was ready to take it away. 3rd down and 10. Falcons, as I mentioned, 2 timeouts still, so they can stop the clock. We'll see if Fitch would want to do anything if they do get the ball back here, though, in the second half. Time limited. Keeper Bradenhoff looking for some passing room, and he will be sacked up past the 40, deeper into Riverside territory. It'll be 4th and long, loss of about 6 on the sack. Clock stops at 18 seconds. Falcons utilize the timeout there. Fitch with 1 left, Beavers with 3. As both teams going to talk it over. Real quick break before the Falcons take over with possession, as an upcoming punt likely after this.
For heating, cooling, and indoor air quality, the Mahoning Valley trusts MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning, offering worry-free repair, service, and installation. Call MP Vivo today for a free estimate.
MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. We're your energy efficient experts.
As we thank our friends over at MP Vivo. Our situation here, it's 18 seconds left to go in the first half. Likely a punt coming from Riverside. Falcons utilizing their second timeout of the half to stop it after the third down sack. They have one left in their back pocket. Fitch, as the punt is away, takes a bounce, and it's hauled in near the 30 before being pushed out of bounds is Higgs at the 31. 10 seconds left, one timeout left, 2 plays you would think maximum here for Austintown Fitch. And if you're the Falcons, any kind of points you see as paying off here, even if you could get a field goal and make this a 1-point game, because you figure worst case scenario, you're most likely going to be looking at in worst case scenario, an 8-point deficit. You don't think they're going to go for 2 to try to make it 9, but you never know. But in that case, it's a lot of decisions for both teams there. If you're looking field goal, you need to get this thing, though, inside the 30. Likely inside the 25 to really like your chances with Faulkner. But the Falcons not going to play any of that. They're going to just take the knee and take their chances with their defense coming on the field to start the second half. Riverside will start with the ball in the third quarter, and they will also start the third quarter with the lead. 14-10 over the Falcons as we head into our halftime show. Please enjoy both the halftime bands as we give credit where credit's due. All these youngsters work hard to perform these halftime shows, so please enjoy both the Riverside Beavers and the Austintown Fitch Falcons marching band over the course of the next half hour. We'll be back, though, with the start of the third quarter after this halftime break on your sports network. Welcome back, everybody. Ty Bartel, your sports network, with the start of the second half, third quarter of action here from Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium between the Austintown Fitch Falcons and the visiting Riverside Beavers. Beavers on top, 14-10 after one half of play. Falcons missed pass that would have went for 6, and an interception in the red zone help to find this deficit right now for Austintown Fitch, as Riverside will start with possession. Both their touchdowns coming from their dynamic running back, Kendall McCaleb, the senior. As Riverside will look to go up by 2 possessions here in the third quarter. Neither team has led by more than a single possession at any given point tonight. Jackson Faulkner on the kick. Faulkner squibs it. It's taken in near the 25, going right up the middle with it, up past the 40 of the Beavers. And that's where Riverside will start. Falcons need to rely on their defense to come through for them as they trail it here by 4. Big drive to start this third quarter for the Beavers, and this first initial drive really going to dictate, you feel, how the tone's going to be set here in the second half. Led out by Bo Bradenhoff, the junior. He's going to have twin backs behind him, one on each hip. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Options here for Bradenhoff. Now put 1 into motion. Snap. And the handoff goes to McCaleb, but he goes nowhere. A loss of 2 on the play, it looks like. And second and long. It's got to be top of the Falcons' order is slowing down the run game of McCaleb. And you credit the Beavers because they've gotten creative and unique ways to get him the ball and make sure he has it in open field situations. And when he does, boy, is he dangerous. Keeper, and a handoff to Baker that time, and Ethan Baker doesn't go any further. He might have lost a half yard there. So 30 and 12 on 2 run plays that went nowhere for the Beavers. And 3rd and long here. Falcons trying to get it back quickly. Put McCaleb into motion now on the right hip of Braden Huff. He'll take it to his right, keeping it himself, looking for an open field. Couldn't really find much. He got to the original line of scrimmage, but no more. 4th down and 10 coming up here for Riverside. A 3 and out as the Beavers look to punt. Leo D'Astolfo, the senior kicker and punter. Out to try to boot it away. And actually, no, excuse me, that was number 40, David Morse, that went on for the punt. A friendly bounce initially as it'll finally be ruled dead at the Falcon, like 42, maybe 43-yard line. But nonetheless, solid field position for Fitch, who trails it by 4. Defense did their job. 9:53. Falcons take back over on offense here in the 3rd quarter, looking for the lead. A touchdown reception by Altair Alano, by Colin Kaler, the lone touchdown on the night for the Falcons. They also have a field goal by Jackson Faulkner tonight. Handoff goes to Higgs as Junie Higgs gets stopped up back at the original line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10. Fitch with a 2nd and 10 here. 3 receivers in the set, 1 tight end. Higgs off that left hip. Play action, and they'll get it off to Brady Evans, and Evans will take the screen pass and get some yak following it. About 4 to 5 on the reception. Call it 4 officially, it looks like. As 3rd down and 6 off the 4-yard catch. Falcons at risk of going 3 and out now. Need to get on the other side of the 50 to the Riverside 48 for a first. Snap, looking to pass. Kaler off his back foot, finds his tight end Reed. Reed using that big frame down the far sideline, and he's finally taken down near the 20. Found their big tight end and DeAndre Reed. Very capable of making catches and doing some extra work with the ball in his hands, and an injury timeout going to be taken here on the Beavers side of things. We got a quick break of action here in this ball game. Big catch by DeAndre Reed sets the Falcons up 1st and 10 deep into Beaver territory. Injury concern is for Jake Lagerstedt, the junior receiver, but he is walking off the field, it looks like, under his own power. So great sight to see. Never want to see any of our student athletes have to suffer any kind of serious injuries. But a big 1st down catch by DeAndre Reed as the Falcons set up right at the edge of the red zone here in Beaver territory. Down by 4 are the Falcons, searching for a lead potentially here. Kaler looks to pass, and it skips off the turf, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Clock stops at 8:31 off the incompletion. Three receivers here in this set. Kaler takes it. Screen pass out to Alano as Altair Alano just stays on his feet sheds the first couple tacklers. He's finally brought down, but he at least gets a chunk of yardage needed, about half. 3rd down and 5 now for the Falcons. They are at the Riverside 15. They are in field goal range for Faulkner here. However, a field goal does not give you a lead. It would put you at a 1-point deficit, but still plenty of time here in the second half. 4 receivers set. Gaylor looks to pass. That one incomplete. Underthrown of the target. So 4th and 5 here at 7:44. And decision time here for Coach TJ Parker. Typically, starting field position has, for both teams, been around midfield. So TJ Parker might take his chances here with, if you don't convert, Riverside has to start at their own 15 to take it the length of the field. However, a field goal almost ensures that you stay at least within a possession no matter what happens on the Riverside side of things. Coach Parker going to put his eggs in the offensive basket. Kaler looking to pass, firing. Near side of the field, finds his target in Brady Evans. 1st down and more as it's 1st and goal Fitch. Brady Evans, you could call him all reliable in this Falcon receiving core. One of the only seniors that you'll see in use heavily in this receiving core, as the Evans just know how to run crisp routes and know how to come up with big catches down the stretch. Feels like it's a family tradition here at Austintown Fitch, and Brady Evans the latest to carry the torch. 7:20 and ticking, 3rd quarter of play, 1st and goal Falcons. They're standing at the 5-yard line of the Beavers. Fitch with an interception last time here in the red zone. Trying to come away with points. Put one into motion. Hand off Higgs. Higgs staying on his feet. Still pushing forward and finally piled on near the 1. As officially, it looks like they're going to mark him down right about the 2, maybe the 3. 2-yard line officially. So a gain of about 3 on that carry. 2nd and goal here. Falcons trying to hit pay dirt. Bunching things up. Direct snap to Higgs. Higgs trying to fight through the Beaver tacklers, but not much gained there, if any. And actually, they're going to call it a loss of about a half yard. Back him up to the 3. Was that like the 2.5? So call it 3rd and goal at the Riverside 3. Beavers trying to turn away the Falcons for the 2nd time tonight, deep in their own territory. Fitch going to make some substitutions here. 5 minutes, 57 seconds left in the 3rd. Only 15 seconds remain on the play clock. Falcons have to hustle to try to get this play together. 10 now and ticking on the play clock. Falcons bunch up, and yeah, that play was all out of sorts, and Coach TJ Parker has to utilize the timeout. Otherwise, it would have been a delay of game penalty. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Falcons utilize their first of 3 timeouts here in the 2nd half. We got one with Fitch back after this. On the Riverside 3-yard line, 3rd and goal for the Falcons out of that Austintown Fitch timeout. 5:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Kaler shotgun. Higgs on his left hip. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. 1 tight end in the set. Kaler, the keeper himself, tries to slip the first tackler. He does, but not the second wave as he stopped at the 1. So 4th and goal. Are the Falcons going to take the chip shot field goal? I doubt it. It's going to be a battle of wills here. Riverside trying to turn away Fitch for the 2nd time tonight. They've played in these close situations. Direct snap coming to Higgs. He'll take it. Searching for a hole into the pile. Waiting for the signal. He got it. In for the touchdown as Higgs breaks the seal. And the Falcons go up 16-14, and a flag comes flying in. Falcons take the 16-14 lead, an extra point coming up. We'll see what this flag is on. As one of the Falcons coming up hurt at the end of that play. We're going to take a quick break as they address that back after this. 16-14, 5 minutes, 1 second left in this third quarter. Extra point coming here for the Falcons as the kick is up from Faulkner. It's good. Fitch with a 3-point lead at 17-14 here in the third. So a kickoff incoming as the Falcons able to come up with a lead off the Junie Eggs keeper and touchdown rush from a yard out. And now with the Falcons back on top for their first time since the first half, they'll look to protect the lead with the upcoming kickoff coming your way after this. Back here for the kickoff with 5 minutes and a second left in this third quarter. Looking to get possession here are the Riverside Beavers, who find themselves behind by 3 in this back and forth contest between two football heavyweights here in Northeast Ohio. Falcons 2-1 on the season, looking for win number 3 in this week 4 of the Ohio high school football season. Meanwhile, Riverside with an unblemished mark at 3-0, trying to keep that undefeated season alive here in week number 4. Great game so far. Kickoff coming. It's addressed at the 45-yard line as penalties on both sides. One was addressed, though, on the kickoff, and it was against the bigger one was against the Beavers, so the kickoff goes as a touchback and bring it out. Riverside now down by 3. They'll take over at their own 20. And with 5 minutes and a second to go, another drive coming for the Beavers. First one stalled out, 3 and out, as they opened up with possession here in the second half. They'll go 4 wide to start. Spread on the offense. Staying in the pocket, Bradenhoff fires a strike to the 30-yard line, and it should be enough for a first down. Caught by Charlie Nelpka. Junior to senior connection there. As we go under 4 or 5 minutes to play at 4:50 and moving. Staying in tempo. Handoff going to McCaleb. McCaleb, though, gain held to a minimal at a yard. It'll be second down and 9. And for the Falcons, too, that's got to be one of the things that Coach Parker and company highlighted in that halftime locker room was slowing down those big runs from Kendall McCaleb, who came through with both scores in that first half for the Beavers. Three receivers, 1 tight end, and a running back here in this set. McCaleb off that left hip of Bradenhoff. Put one into motion, that's Spencer Short. Take the snap. Roll off to the left, misfire, wide right, intended for Nelpka again. As that is 3rd and 9. .357 clock stopped on the incompletion. 3rd down here for the Beavers. Move Short in motion. Out to the right. Hand it off to him. Short got an open hole, and he's got it to the 50. Spencer Short shifted left to right on the line. The last person you figure the Falcons were expecting that to go to. He takes the carry, and he takes it into Fitch territory now at their 49. Bradenhoff, time to throw in the pocket. Goes screen pass. Trying to make the open field tackle. Slipping past a couple. Good gain on the first down. Went back to short as he ate up about 7 on the reception. So after the carry, he comes through with a catch. 3:08 and ticking. Second down and 4 here in the third quarter. Off the second down. Keeper on the draw by the quarterback, Bradenhoff. Second effort will let him gain about a yard on it. Riverside has been used to playing in these close games. First 2 weeks, they won 28-21 against Shaker Heights in week 1 and a close 16-15 win against Green. Only last week did they have a more comfortable win, 26-7 against Cathedral Prep. So with limited experience in terms of games this year, just being only week 4, 2 out of the 3 have been dogfights for Riverside that they've seen themselves come on top of. Third down here. Oh, what a tackle met as soon as the handoff happened, and it's a loss of 2 back to the 45. Loss of yardage. One of the Falcons, though, still down on the field. So another injury out there to be addressed. Minute 44, we got a stoppage of play. As we're out of that injury timeout, minute 40 and moving. 4th down and 5 here. Punt situation for the Beavers. As that punt is away by David Morse. It'll take a friendly bounce as hits the Beavers. Falcons came in and snagged it and tackled immediately. That was an interesting decision to come in and try to take it. It was a live ball once the Beavers touch it, but you're at the whim of if you lose it, then it could become Beavers' ball. Might have just been better to let them touch it down dead, but doesn't work as a disaster for the Falcons. They will take over at the 14. A lot of field in front of them, and with Fitch up by 3, this is a big drive for them to really create separation. Neither team has led by 2 possessions tonight, and this is an opportunity for the Falcons to do just that. They'll come out 4 receivers, spread wide, 3 to the right, onto the long side of the field. Working left hash mark, they'll go over to Holloway. Wayne Holloway gets the catch on the screen pass. He'll take it forward about 2 to 3. And second down coming up. Might be just one more play left in this third quarter, depending on when the Falcons snap it. We are now officially under a minute and ticking. 25 seconds remain on the play clock here. Falcons can take this all the way down to 40 before they snap it, and that might be what they're doing. Clocks are separated by 7 seconds. They'll take the snap at 43, hand it off to Higgs. Higgs keeping those legs moving. He's close to the first down. See where they mark him. They're going to say move the chains. First down run by Junie Higgs. Clock stops for the brief second. More time on the play clock than the game clock. Falcons still going to run another play. They're going screen pass, looking for the edge, staying in bounds before eventually being pushed out. Close to the first. It's going to be about a yard shy. Second down and about 1 to go on the 9-yard pickup there. And I believe it was Evans who made the catch and run. 24 ticks remain in this third. Falcons adding reinforcement with a tight end on the line here. Take the snap and go to DeAndre Reed. They find their tight end for another grab tonight as Reed takes it out of bounds, but not before picking up the first down. Clock stays stopped now. 19 seconds remain. Falcons maximizing the amount of plays they've been able to run here in this third quarter with limited time. A lot of plays going out of bounds as now Fitch stands on their 39. Keep it 3 receiver set. Similar look to the play previous. Higgs on the left tip of Kalaher. Takes the snap, shotgun, play action, looking over the middle, now towards the left side, far side of the field, and it's caught. As Altahir Aluno makes the grab, picked up about 8. Second down and 2, and that will take us to the fourth quarter. Falcons nearing Beaver territory. It's second and 2 near the midfield stripe. Falcons will be on their 47-yard line when we return with the start of the fourth quarter after this. As the Falcons here start in the fourth quarter, second down and 2. Kaler will hand off to Higgs. Waits for something to develop. Carries it and pushes it forward near that first down marker, and they're going to say move the chains. Another first down run by Junie Higgs. That one needed a short pickup of a couple, and he got enough for it. "49-yard line, Falcons. Still in their territory, trying to cross over into the Beaver side. Fitch protecting a 3-point lead, trying to add to it late as we start the fourth quarter here from Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium. Kaler fakes the pass, rolls right, finds Evans on the move. Evans has some field in front of him, and he'll speed bolt his way out near the 45. They're going to mark him out at the 47 officially, where he went out at. Pickup of about 4 yards there as second and 6 here for the Falcons. Into Beaver territory now on the right side of the 50. 3 receivers wide to the left, far side of the field, long side of the field. And again, they go back to Evans, running a nice crisp route. He'll eat another chunk of yardage. It'll be third and short here. Falcons needing about 2 for the first. Falcons at the Riverside 33. They need the 31. "11 minutes, 12 seconds remain in the ball game. Twins to the left. Far, wide to the left. Single receiver on short side of the field to the right of Kalaher. Operating off that right hash mark. He'll hand it off to Higgs. Higgs speed bolts his way all the way to the 35, Push the chains. He got the left side of that line, and it was wide open for Higgs. Plenty of yardage needed, and another first down carry by the senior. Another first down for the Falcons. 1st and 10 on the 36. 2 each way. Kalaher with Higgs on his right hip. Shotgun snap. 3-step drop. Pass goes near side of the field to the left. DeVanzo Tate bobbing and weaving his way for a few extra yards as the tackle pushes him past the 25. And another first down off the reception by Tate. Falcons move it to the Beavers 25. Fitch keeps a similar looking set to the previous play. Ball now on the left hash mark. Snap taken, going the short side of the field to the left, and it is caught and eventually pushed out of bounds is Tate. Going right back to Devanzo Tate, the senior. And that ate up about half the yardage needed for the first. Mark him out at the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 6 here for Austintown Fitch. 9:45 and moving here in the 4th. 3 receivers set up to the right, 1 to the left for the Falcons. Gaylor takes the snap, goes to Evans, wide side of the field to the right, and he'll get the first down. Had to throw that a long way off the left hash mark all the way to the opposite side of the field. Evans able to take in the catch and burst his way forward for another first. Inside the 15, looks like marked at the 13-yard line. Going to Holloway. Holloway able to stay on his feet through the first tackle, but not as reinforcements come in to bring him down. It is a gain of about a yard, it looks like, if that. 2nd down here. As the Falcons have stalled out in the red zone before. It came mighty close to doing so last time. It was a 4th and goal from the 1 that they were just able to sneak in with Junie Higgs. This Riverside team has been tough to score against when it's 20 and under. They're able to get it out to Holloway as tackled down near the 10, and it'll bring up 3rd down. When field space is limited, that's where the Beavers clutch up most defensively, as trying to bring up 4th down. Falcons can get a first should they get to the Riverside 3. 2 receivers each way. Falcons on the right hash mark. Looking long side of the field, now goes short side to the right. Caught by Higgs. Higgs stays on his feet before eventually being pushed out of bounds. He got a gain of about 4, it looks like. But it's 4th down here. Falcons with the lead. Are they going to look field goal? Give themselves a 6-point advantage, or are they going to try to get aggressive here? We'll have to wait to find out. Injury timeout on the field. It's for the Falcons. We got a quick break of action. Back after this. Back here in a big 4th down coming up for the Falcons. Colin Kaler out of the shotgun. Falcons looking for a score. Fake the handoff over top. Pass complete. No, they're going to say incomplete. Excuse me. Looked like he came down with it, but it must have been out of bounds. And for the 2nd time today, the Riverside Beavers have turned away the Falcons by way of a down. They'll have a lot of field in front of them, but now the Beavers, with 7 minutes and 26 seconds left in this ball game, can try to put together a game-leading drive late in this one. Riverside will start at their own 6. They're going to have to try to take it 94 yards for the lead. A field goal does tie it, though. Beavers have 3 timeouts, still all 3 of them at their disposal. Falcons with 2 in their back pocket. .726. Riverside hasn't scored since the first half. Kendall McCaleb responsible for both of those. Their leading running back. And that one tackled near the end zone. Did he keep the ball out for the safety? It's going to be close. That was a disastrous play from the get-go. And no sign for the safety, but it's going to be close back up against the end zone here for the Beavers. And it was that last bit of extension by Bradenhoff to hold that ball past the line when he went down. His body was in the end zone when he went down, but the ball was not. And that extension saved the safety, at least for the time being. But you couldn't be much closer to their own end zone than the Beavers are right now. The nose of the football is almost in their own end zone. Not a whole lot of room to operate. Beavers going to have to get creative to get some space. It's second down and long here. Two receivers each way. The keeper looking for the open field. Nothing had there. They'll fall forward. Maybe got a yard off of their own end zone. Not a lot on the gain, though. And third and long now coming up. They'll place it at the 2. So some space to operate, but still not a ton. You're still in safety concern here. 6:10 and ticking in the ball game. Big third down coming up. Beavers need to get past the 15 to their 17 for a conversion. Quick pass, getting it out to the flat. Oh, what a tackle! Big time tackle on the far side of the field. As Devanzo Tate on the tackle brings up fourth down and deep in their own territory. The Beavers will look to punt. 5.5 minutes and moving. Not a ton of space to get this punt off. You're obviously really worried for any kind of block happening here. Able to get the kickoff. Morse. Friendly bounce at the 35, all the way past the 50. What a punt. Inside the Falcon 45 to the 43. You can't really ask for much better of an effort than what you got right there. Flip the field and force the Falcons to take it some distance. Still decent field position, but 43-yard line is where Fitch will start. 5 minutes exactly remain in the fourth quarter of this one. Riverside does have 3 timeouts, but time now with them being down by 3 on the scoreboard, not on their side. Falcons, a drive that ends in 6 could spell detriment for the Beavers tonight. Beavers defense, though, has come through time and time again when they needed to most. Can they deliver one more time? Colin Kaylaher with Higgs on his right hip. Shift Reed on the motion. Handoff goes to Higgs. Higgs has a hole. Higgs first down and more. He's tackled down at the 40. Into Beaver territory. Big first down run by the senior. And down now at the 39-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Falcons. Do you play this as rhythm? Do you play this as burning the clock? Or somewhere in between if you are Coach Parker and the Falcons? Because every time you move those chains, you can look to burn 30-plus seconds at least off the clock. And with every play that stays in bounds, you could do the same. 4.5 and moving. Falcons break the huddle and set up here. 7 seconds left on the play clock. 3 receivers set up here. 1 tight end on the handoff. They go back to Higgs. Higgs finds the left side of the line. Flag comes flying in. And they're going to have a holding call on the Falcons. East line judge was the one initially making that motion. Head referee will make the call. And that'll back Fitch up 10 from the spot. 4:11 left to go in this ball game. Falcons now at the Beavers 49. They need to get all the way to the 29 here. First down and 20. Under 4 to play here in this ball game. Send Higgs into motion. Pass goes his way. Higgs outruns the first tackler, stays on his feet, still fighting forward, and he'll get a few more yards due to his effort. As Junie Higgs up to the 44-yard line of the Beavers. So a tough 5 by Higgs. 2nd and 15 now. 3:20 left in the game. Clock is going to be a factor in the end of this one. $20 seconds left on the play clock. Falcons don't have to snap this thing until 2:45, you figure. They want to hold it. That might be the case in which they're doing. Clock down to 5 seconds now. They'll take the snap. Fake. No, they will hand it off to Higgs. Higgs waits for the hole. He has one. Higgs with the edge. Down to the 25, and he's finally tackled down there. But not before picking up a first down. Another big run by Junie Higgs. And that one could pay dividends for the Falcons in this game, as now the fresh set of downs will force more time off the clock or force the Beavers to start utilizing their timeouts, and they'll take their first at 2:32 in this fourth quarter. Both teams left with 2 timeouts apiece. Falcons have the Beavers on the ropes, looking to hand Riverside their first loss of the season. We'll take a quick break. Back after this. From the 23-yard line, 1st and 10, Austintown Fitch. 2:35 left to go in the ball game. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. Falcons looking for win number 3 on the season, trying to hand the Beavers their first loss of the season. Snap taken, handoff given. It goes to Higgs. Higgs the edge, the stiff arm, and he's into the end zone. Junie Higgs, all muscle, all strength. Says, book me for 6. Extra point incoming. And that could be the nail in the coffin, but actually, hold on, holding call. It looks like was being addressed to the Falcons as head referee making the motion. And that'll back them up 10, so hold everything, folks. The touchdown that wasn't. I didn't even see the flag come in. Head referee making the call following. So now this really puts things at a different angle here, as now the Falcons are out of field goal range. Now back to the 33 of Riverside. And this gives new life to the Beavers. Despite it being first down here and 2 timeouts left, there's still hope now to get the ball back with a chance to win the game. 3 receivers set. They're going to keep it on the ground, wisely handing off to Higgs. He's been coming through big time down the stretch of this one. He'll minimalize his gain, but he does pick up about 5, a solid 5 on the carry. And Riverside quick to use that second timeout. We'll keep it here. 2 minutes, 21 seconds remain in this game. As we mentioned too, Riverside is a team that has had experience playing in these close games. They have 2 wins this season in close fashion. In week 1 against Shaker Heights, it was a 28-21 win. And week 2 against the Green Bulldogs, it was a 16-15 win. And matter of fact, in that game, Green was starting to make a comeback push in the fourth quarter, scoring 9 of their 15 points in that one. Riverside was able to hold on to beat the Bulldogs on that given evening. Falcons, though, only loss of the season came in week 1 to the Hudson Explorers. Hudson Always a tough team perennially, year in and year out. It's coming out of that huddle, the Falcons offense on the field. 2nd and 15, 2 minutes, 21 seconds left in this ball game. Riverside has one more timeout at their disposal. Snap by Kaler. He'll hand it off to Higgs. Higgs waiting for the hole to open up. It never did and got back on the tackle there. That was Gavin Culleton, number 66 for the Beavers. Or no, excuse me, 56. Case Reuter on the tackle, the senior. And that is the final timeout taken by the Beavers. 3rd and long situation for the Falcons. They're back in a 3rd and 15 on the Beavers' 31-yard line. And if you are Austintown Fitch in this situation, does the call look to get it to first down territory, which in that case, they're looking at about in between the 14 and the 13-yard line of the Beavers? Or do you try to just get this thing into field goal range, which is, in this case, you really want to get this thing as close to about the 20 to have confidence in your kicker trying to deliver with an extra 3 at this situation. Interesting to see how the Falcons play this 3rd down, but also if you get that kind of chunk yardage, do you roll the dice and try to take it on 4th? 4-receiver set coming here. Kelleher out of shotgun, 2 minutes, 16 seconds. Higgs into motion, out towards the right. Looking Higgs' way, Kelleher has to shuffle his feet, work to the left. Oh, he broke the ankles of one, and he'll slide his way near the first down marker. He'll be a little short, but what a run by Colin Kelleher to at least set the Falcons up with field goal position. Little juke move by Kelleher. Left the defense in the dust, and it enabled him to get inside the 20, inside the red zone, and set up a potential field goal opportunity to go up 6 or a chance for the first. And they're going to adjust the clock here, I believe. As the Falcons here. Clock starts, 30 seconds. Kelleher and the offense looks like they're still out. Unique formation here. Got 3 each way. 3 blockers up front, and also in the backfield with them, it's number 8 and Marky Fitzgerald for Austintown Fitch. And everybody huddled up now, and I think they're going to call a timeout. I don't know if one was ever signaled for, but the play clock has hit 0. We got a group of 3 referees talking near the 20. Well, yeah, you're going to have to push the play clock up now. There's no other choice in the matter there. It's at zeros. Seems like they figured everything out there on the gridiron now. Whistle blown, we're ready. Minute 30 left in the game. Unique formation here for the Falcons. Kelleher looks to take the snap. He's back behind the 25, sitting at the 27. This might just be a decoy. And it will be a decoy. Timeout going to be taken. Falcons just wanted to see what the defense was doing. And at a minute 12, Fitch will utilize one of their final timeouts of the game, leaving them with 1 left in their back pocket. We got 72 seconds remaining here in quarter number 4. Falcons trying to hang the first loss of the season on the Riverside Beavers' heads. Riverside, though, defense has come through time and time again. One of the big ones was the INT near the end zone that really helped propel the Beavers going into that first half, into the halftime locker room. They need another similar big-type play here, but it's interesting to see what the Falcons are going to come out of this huddle with. If they want to elect to go field goal to go up by 6 and save themselves from a game-tying field goal try, or if they want to go for the gutso and get the touchdown, as knowing Coach TJ Parker, going for the gusto seems to be what he likes to do best, and the offense is going to stay out there, try to win it. Falcons 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kaylaher and Higgs out there, and now another timeout taken. It's, I guess, a case of if you have them, you might as well use them. You don't want to leave any. They don't carry over to the next one. But this is the last stoppage of play. And since we've had about 5 minutes, I think, in between plays, let's take a quick break and thank our friends over at Window Depot. Thank our friends at Window Depot, one of the proud sponsors of us here on your sports network, ysnlive.com. No more stoppages of play for either team. We're all out of timeouts on both sides. 72 seconds remain in this one. Falcons up by 3 with the ball in a 4th and 4 situation. This likely, for all intents and purposes, for the ball game. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, centered in the field between hashes, taking the snap, rolling right, looking downfield, Kaylaher. He finds the catch. Did he stay in bounds, waiting for the motion? And they're going to say incomplete, as tried to find the receiver and almost kept his feet in, got enough of a clearing to get the pass off, but not for the completion. So it's a turnover on downs, and it will go to the Riverside Beavers. Beavers have been in similar situations to this before this season. We mentioned their 28-21 win against Shaker Heights week 1, making some big plays down the stretch. We also mentioned the 16-15 win against Green in week 2, where Green scored 9 of their points in that 4th quarter. Beavers were able to hold them off for the win. Do they have a winning drive in them here in week 4 of the season? 66 seconds left in this ball game. Braden Hoff takes the snap. He's looking to uncork. First pass of the game. It's tipped in the air and incomplete. As a couple Falcons in the area. I believe that was both Devanzo Tate as well as Isaiah Porch in on the breakup. It only took 6 seconds off of the clock. Minute left in this one. A minute to win it. With a 2nd down and 10 set up for the Beavers. They'll go 2 receivers each way, set up in between hash marks. Out of the shotgun, Braden Hoff takes the snap. 3-step drop, stays in the pocket, nothing doing. He'll break out. Look to do it with his legs. Slips a tackle, slips another tackle. Still on his feet. Finally going to get pushed out of bounds near the 30. He'll pick up a first. Remember, 3 is all the Beavers need to tie it and force an overtime. Coach TJ Parker and the Falcons elected to not go for the field goal to try to take a 6-point lead while they were in the red zone. This opens up the possibilities for the Beavers to force extra football on us here in week 4. From the right hash mark, staying shotgun. Braden Hoff takes the snap. Another 3-step drop. Stays in the pocket as long as he can. He can't go anywhere this time as he looked to break out of it, but he's tackled for a loss. As the sack will bring him back a yard. Quickly back to the line. 34 seconds to go. Whistle blown. And they're going to call the spike. So loss of down on the spiked ball. Ball was spiked at 34 seconds. So it's 3rd down and 11. Coming down to the nitty-gritty. 34 ticks remain. Falcons defense trying to turn away Riverside. Beavers just need to get in field goal range to have a game-tying field goal attempt. 3rd down 11. Braden Hoff rolling to his left, directing traffic downfield. He'll toss it down. It is picked off, intercepted as DeVanzo Tate comes down with it, and that should do it here in week 4 as Tate comes up with a big INT with 24 ticks left, and a couple kneel downs should end this week 4 thriller. Got the time to pass. There did Braden Hoff. He was directing traffic. Throw went into double coverage. It was going to be a tough one to try to get off. Falcons played it really well. And Tate able to jump it, make the highlight level play for the interception. And the Falcons a kneel down away from a 3-1 start. And a kneel down away from hanging the first loss of the season on the Riverside Beavers, as Kaler will take the knee, and that will do it from Greenwood Chevrolet Stadium. The Austintown Fitch Falcons win a gutty and gritty defensive war by a final score of 17-14 over the Paynesville Riverside Beavers, highlighted by the last score of the game coming off of a Junie Higgs 1-yard touchdown plunge, being the last score and the only points needed for the rest of the night for the Falcons to claim the 3-point win. Falcons with the win now are 3-1 on the season. Meanwhile, Riverside with the loss will now fall to 3-1 on the campaign. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and watching this broadcast of high school football on your sports network, ysnlive.com. To our proud owners, both DJ Yoakley and Brian Scott, for bringing this game to each and every person unable to make it in attendance tonight. To our GM, Steve Leslie and Chris Sigler, for the amount of hats they wear and the amount of work they do for Northeast Ohio in terms of high school sports. We thank them for each and every single one of them. And most importantly, to all of you who tuned in and helped support these kids, schools, and communities. You guys are really and truly what YSN Live is all about, and so we thank you. Whether you were tuning in from the Paynesville area supporting your Riverside Beavers, we thank you for your support tonight. Hope you enjoyed the ride, and want to remind you that YSN Live is a completely free service to schools, so if you want to find out how to get YSN Live involved at your school, you can contact us. Email us, in fact, at info@ysnlive.com. Or if you're here in the Austintown community supporting your Austintown Fitch Falcons, we thank you for your continued and constant support of not only Austintown Fitch Athletics, but also ysnlive.com. Or wherever you may be in between or out wide in the sport of high school football, this is Ty Bartell bidding you all a farewell and a good night, everybody.